Excel, like any other spreadsheet, is a powerful tool. Many PMOs and finance teams use it well: forecasts, budgets, models, and reports. But as the project portfolio grows, managing the portfolio project controls with spreadsheets can become really difficult and challenging, as more projects could mean more actuals, more resources, more timesheets, more budgets and forecast versions, more versions of reports and data to track, and more people and their access to the systems and sensitive information to manage. And this is where you need a solution like ProjectFiles. ProjectFiles is for you. If your team is currently managing forecasts, budgets, actuals, resources, and timesheets, this is the problem ProjectFiles is built to solve. PMO chasing projects updates, or finance waiting for various explanations, or actuals needing to be reconciled to forecasts, or maybe just forecast adjustments, timesheets totally disconnected from planned work, and sometimes against project resources were never assigned to. Risks and changes are not reflected in the numbers. Reports pulled together from spreadsheets, emails, and finance reports. That creates pressure because the report may be finished, but the story behind the report is still hard to explain. When managers ask which figures is the latest, they don't just want a number, they want to understand the story behind the numbers. What was approved? What has changed? What has actually been spent so far? What is the remaining forecast? Are the resources fully allocated and utilized? Who is allocated? ProjectFiles helps bring those parts all together. The aim is simple: make project numbers easier to explain, defensible, and actionable. Project information is organized through business units, portfolios, programs, and projects, so that the project finance story has a clear home. Information is not just hanging in silos, but can be traced back to the business unit that belonged. Access and control. Make sure the right people see and update the right information based on their roles and project access. It's built from real work. This means that ProjectFiles links forecasts to work, to people, rates, and time, so that the numbers is not just hanging by itself, but it's easier to trace and explain. Forecasts are managed from a central resource pool, so allocation and capacity are clearer across projects. And the control rule is simple: no allocation, no forecast is allowed. If the named person is not yet known, then a placeholder resource can be used and tracked until a real person is confirmed. Timesheets are connected to plan work. No forecast, no timesheet. Project Files compares actual cost against forecast, so teams can explain what has changed and correct the future forecast. Baselines and change control helps show movement in cost, scope, or forecast. Risk and issues can be linked to the financial position. Benefits can be tracked from expected forecast to achieve and verified. Decisions and approvals can be captured, so the reason behind the changes does not just disappear. For governance reporting from controlled data, ProjectFiles produces reports from governed project data instead of rebuilding this story manually at month end. Excel and PDF outputs are still available for further analysis, sharing, and governance meetings. And because the data is cleaner and more connected, it also creates a better foundation for dashboards and AI. So AI is then sitting on controlled data you can trust. What this means in practice is less chasing, better control, a warning when things starts to move, and cleaner project data. So if your team needs a robust system with reliable, strong governance controls in place, then get in touch. Book free 20 minutes project finance review call. Remember, leaders deserve numbers they can trust.